So hello and welcome back to Token Terminal. I'm Steve, and today I'm just going to do a bit of, might build a new attraction. I did say I want to build a small roller coaster, a family roller coaster, but I think I want to modify this big one track to allow a pathway over and connect to the other side, so this pathway will be utilised. And I do think we need some stalls and some guest amenities as well, so probably do that in this episode. So let's jump right in. I don't want to close this because it's got a big queue. Everyone's going to be angry. Yeah, the queue's completely full. Oh well. The ride will never be the same again now. I think that'll do for what we need. At least just for now to help us get that pathway over. There we go. So people are already starting to use that pathway, so that's absolutely fantastic. Now I just need to get that tested and get it back open. The guest numbers are gonna absolutely dive with that. So I did say I want to put in a small roller coaster. Now I'm not really sure where's best to put this in. I do want to put a monorail around here. That's why there's a little bit of a gap between this wall, and the idea is it'll feed its way through around the attractions. So I don't really want to get too close to that. And we do have the space down here, which can be used. Now let's have a look, see what coasters we've got. There is this junior coaster, very long train. Do I want to go for that one? To be fair, it could interact with this attraction we've got here, so yeah, I think this could fit. I don't think we can go quite that high with that one. Nothing too crazy for this coaster. I think we're pretty much there now. This is another one of those coaster types that tends to lose its speed quite quickly as well, so there is every chance that it won't actually complete the circuit. It's just going to have the one train, this one. You can actually change the coast type to something more standard. I think we will do that on this occasion. Just something a bit more plain. don't think it's going to make it. Okay, so to be fair on this one, I think we're going to have to massively reduce the friction to be at least semi-realistic. I think a part of the problem is this lift hill. It's kind of acting as a brake, if you will, for the train. I think that'll do, to be fair. Just something, it's just a small roller coaster though. I do wonder if there's anything I could do with its lift hill though. So when it comes out the station, let's have a look. 8.9 miles an hour, but the lift hill is much slower than that, I believe. So I think we want to get that up to 8 miles an hour just to kind of keep it at a constant speed. I don't know why it does that, but it does. The adjusters don't seem to work for some reason. I think it's a new glitch where you have to delete the section to make it respond to the new speed, if you will. Let's see how that does this time. I think that's going to be a lot better, to be fair. Yeah, that's much better. On a ride like this, you're going to struggle to find somewhere where you're not going to get like a 7 excitement on it. So I think he is probably going to be the place for the camera. That's as good as we're going to get. I quite like having the on-ride photos. It does kind of just add that little bit extra to the game. I think I'm going to actually just change this station around. I think it'll be better to have it unload from the other side. You probably want the entrance in the middle and the exit in the middle of this one. The reason for that is because it's such a long train. You don't really want everyone having to walk all the way down to the back, so if you have it in the middle, they'll load a little bit quicker that way. And let's put in a queue line. So I thought, yeah, this would be quite good to put in and add the queue line on this side, because it fills up this space, which we're probably going to struggle to fill with anything else. I'm not sure why it's done that. That is a little bit annoying. Sometimes the path tool can be just a little bit glitchy. That seems to have fixed the problem there. So I did want to put in just some food outlets of some kind. So I'll potentially put that in this space here. Maybe turn this into a little bit of a plaza of sorts. just trying to think if there's any other kind of services that we'll need. I think having some kind of staff building is probably going to be beneficial, so we'll put one of those in. Probably should reopen this as well. I forgot about that. Get that back open. I'm not going to go too crazy with these, just kind of cover the buildings up. Kind of putting it, just some kind of sign on these, just so you know what they are, just by quickly visually looking at them. And this pathway over here has actually broken. There we go. I just kind of wanted the toilets just a bit closer to the path edge there, so people walking along here will potentially use them. Is with Planet Coast particularly, people tend not to walk past anything. They'll kind of go from place to place, so opening these will help, and people will walk down here and they'll probably use them, but otherwise they tend to just go to attractions and shops. So if you built like a bench over here with nothing else nearby, no one would ever seem to use it. That's good. It seems like the giant one's got people again, so that's back moving. I'm going to open this coaster up. I'm just going to put in a... well, I was going to... I thought the hedges were taller than that, but clearly not. I'm looking for like a more solid fence. Or something to hide that with. Wow, okay. I thought there... maybe I'm going to have to go for a wall. Need to adjust these just a little bit to accommodate this. That is actually ideally the kind of piece I want, but I'll just put it in. It'll do for now. We'll fill the gap. I don't really want anything that tall. It just needs to be just a tiny bit bigger than what it is, just to hide it. I did notice that this coaster's been open for quite a while and not a single person has gone on it yet. And that was because the pricing was too high. It's not the best of its type really, so people just won't pay that much to go on. So I just had to go on, and what I did, just very quickly, just change it to bargain. That gives you an idea of what people are willing to pay for that coaster. And that should get people coming on board. These seem popular. I think that some benches are needed around here. Kind of want a more generic bench in this area. Or picnic table, shall I say. There seems to be a lot of people wanting the pip shop juice, so it may be worth just looking at some vending machines to kind of help out with that demand here. You don't take up quite as much space. There we go. So we're not too far off this end of the park, kind of being mostly completed. Then we'll be heading over to this side to start working over here, which I've not really touched yet. But there's a big attraction that I've kind of decided to just line out here. That's why there's nothing being built in this space, as I'm planning on putting in a launch coaster, which is going to go out onto the promenade here, which I'm really looking forward to building. I've kind of lined it up, so it's going to come out over the road and then a top hat and back into the park. So I'm quite looking forward to building that one. It's going to be interesting seeing how that will affect the queue for the giant one, to be fair, because the giant one's the most popular attraction we have at the moment. And I think building this thing, will this become more popular, or will the giant one remain as the most popular coaster? It'll be, yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but if you enjoyed this episode, I appreciate it's been just a little bit of tidying up and adding a few small attractions. But if you have enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.